gives lighting for what is around him, all of a sudden Allah takes this light away from him. Okay? So they will be in darknesses and they cannot see. You see? They will be like deaf, dumb and blind, so they cannot respond in any way. Okay. Now, being deaf here means that you hear the truth, but you don't benefit from it. And you hear it physically, but you don't benefit from it. You see? So this is like being deaf. Being blind, the same thing. You see the truth, but you don't benefit from it. You oppose it, you fight it, or you don't accept it, or you don't find it useful. You see? So this is the meaning. So they will not be responding after being deaf and blind and what is the other word? Dumb. Okay. Another example, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, it is like the rain which comes down from the sky, and that rain has what you call the thunder and the other one, which is lightning and the darknesses, which are all included. So they fear all that, and they put their fingers in their ears from the loud sounds, and fearing also that this might burn them, the lightning might burn them. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is surrounding the kafirs no matter where they are. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says the lightning might be nearly to take their sights away. And whenever they use some of the light provided by this lightning, they lose it soon. They lose it soon, okay? So this is their situation, that they'll be in chaos, they'll be in troubles. They think they have the lightning, but they'll lose it all of a sudden, you see. But this is not only physical things. Even in their hearts, you'll find them always confused and always in trouble. They never feel secure. They never feel safe. They never feel happy, really. And even though they might laugh and all this, but actually, deep down in their hearts, you will find them in despair and in sadness. And Allah says, if Allah will, He would take their sights and hearings from them, because Allah is all able to do anything. Now, وَلَوْ شَاءَ اللَّهُ, if Allah willed, again here we remind ourselves that the will of Allah is of two types. The will here means what Allah willed to be since ever. And this is called Mashi'a, Sha'a. Sha'a means wills in this sense. That He said, be and it will be. Whatever Allah said, be and it will be, this is under Mashi'a. This is the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is called the universal will, meaning from kun fayakun, be and it will be. Because kawn means universe. Or kawn means to be, actually here, to be. The other will of Allah is the legalistic will. What He made legal for us, what He loves for us to do, to have the right faith, to pray, to fast, to be honest, these are orders from Allah, things which Allah loves for us to do. It might occur and it might not. Some people are faithful and some are not. Some people pray and some do not. Some people fast, some do not. So, if you don't distinguish between the two wills, you will say, how could Allah will it and it does not happen? You see, we tell you there is a difference between that will, which must occur, and this will, which means only what Allah ordered you to do, what He loves for you to do, you see. So these are the two types of the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it's very important to distinguish between those two wills, otherwise you will go into a lot of deviation, you see. Yani, the Shiites took the meaning of the will of Allah in one of the verses, which says, إِنَّمَا يُرِيدُ اللَّهُ لِيُذْهِبَ عَنْكُمُ الرِّجْسَ أَهْلَ الْبَيْتِ وَيُطَهِّرَكُمْ تَطْهِيرًا. Allah wills for you, O family of Muhammad, family of the house of Muhammad, that He purifies you from all impurities. So they misunderstood the will here to mean the first one, which means what to them? That anyone who is from the descendants of Prophet Muhammad, then he is infallible, because Allah made him pure. While this is not the case here. Here the will means be pure. Allah has ordered the family of Muhammad to be an example for others. Be pure, be good. You see? And this is different than the first one. You see? So some of those descendants did this and they became pure, they became honest, they became decent, they became faithful. Some of them did not. You see? Some of them did not. Therefore, this is one of the examples of falling into this mistake of not distinguishing the first will of Allah from the second. Another big deviation, which is a result of this, is two deviant groups and their position from the divine faith. The fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has written everything that we will do in the preserved tablet, and He has willed whatever happened. Okay, they did not understand the meaning of will here. They made this will mean one thing. Okay, so they lost the truth regarding the faith in the divine decree. Some of them denied it totally, because they said, since Allah does not love sins, then He did not will them. They mixed the two meanings. They say He did not love sins, which is true. Allah doesn't love any evil, any sin. You see? So they said, this means this. So if He did not love them, He did not will them. What we are doing of sins is only by our wills. We created our own wills. Allah has nothing to do with our wills. We are doing things forcibly on Allah. So we are lords besides Allah. Allah wills something and we will something, and then our will comes first. Our will happens and Allah's will does not happen. This means what? It means that everyone is a creator, everyone is a Lord besides Allah. Of course they don't say that. You see? And this is the beauty of the way of Al-Sunnah, that when an innovator says something, and as a result of that something, some kufr might be derived from his saying. As long as he does not accept this derivation, then you cannot say you are saying this. You don't declare him a kafir because of this. because he doesn't abide by this. And if you tell him, are you saying I am a creator and he's a creator and I am a Lord and he's a Lord? He says, no, I'm not saying that. But this is what it means. You see? But this is what it means. You see? Just like Abdullah bin Mubarak, the great early scholar in Islam, he was before the four Imams that we have now. Abdullah bin Mubarak was before them with 100 years or something. He asked someone at his time, some deviant, who was saying Allah is everywhere. So he said, is he also in your stomach? The man looked like that. He said, no, he's not in my stomach. He's not in me, I am not Allah, you see. So Abdullah bin Mubarak wanted to point out to him that what you're saying means this. So be careful of what you say. You see, when you say Allah is everywhere, literally like that, then what are you saying? He's in your bucket. He's astaghfirullah in the bathroom. He's there, he's there, he's there. Okay? We don't say this. We say Allah is above His throne, while His knowledge is everywhere. He sees us wherever we are. He knows what we are doing, wherever we are. You know, He hears us wherever we are. This is what we mean, you know. And this is very clear in the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, not distinguishing between those two wills of Allah will create a lot of deviations and a lot of innovations, serious innovations, okay? Those who deny qadar and those who said we approve of qadar, but it means that we are forced to do everything. We have no will, no free will. They are worse than the first one who denies the qadar. Why? Because at least the ones who deny the qadar, they give emphasis to their mistakes and they give seriousness to their mistakes, you see. But those people say, we sin, so what? We were forced to. Allah willed it, so that's it. We don't have to blame ourselves. You see? One of them saw his wife at the top of the roof committing fornication with another man. So he got very jealous and angry and he came to beat her. And she said, wait. Why are you doing this? Allah has willed it for me. So he said, oh, astaghfirullah. Okay, good. I don't want to beat you. So this is the point. They mixed the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with His order. Okay? And they took it as one thing and they lost it. Okay? And there are many examples like this. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Wallahu ala kulli shay'in qadir. Allah is all able to do anything. And this is our faith in Allah. That He is all able to do anything. Anything He wants, anything He wills, it will be. If someone says, can Allah create someone like Him? We say this is a wrong question. Because Allah does not will for having someone who is His rival and His companion. Okay, He made this the greatest sin. Okay, so the whole question is wrong. Okay. Ahl Sunnah say Allah is all able to do anything. Okay, this is what Ahl Sunnah say. But at the same time, we glorify Allah from doing things which are evil or which are wrong. Okay, so if you glorify Allah from doing evil, then how could you ask, can He do this evil or that evil or this evil or that? No. You see, it will be a wrong question. Some people who are deviants, still Muslims, but they are innovators, they say, Wallahu ala ma yasha'u qadir. Allah is all able to do what He wills. They mean by this that whatever Allah did not will, then He was not able to do. You see? And this is wrong. Whatever Allah did not will it to be, He was not able to do. This is wrong, totally wrong. You see? That's why they don't say Wallahu ala kulli shayin qadir, they say Wallahu ala ma yasha'u qadir. Okay. Even though this sentence can be used in the right way, but they misuse it. Wallahu ala ma yasha'u qadir. Okay. And it can be used in the right way. And if Allah wills for you anything good, then He is able to do it. And He will do it for you. But they misuse it. These are some of the verses here mentioned regarding the hypocrites. Regarding the hypocrites. I finish with this last verse. Now, if we are done with the hypocrites and their qualities in this surah, Allah says, يَا أَيُّهَا النَّاسُ اعْبُدُوا رَبَّكُمْ الَّذِي خَلَقَكُمْ وَالَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِكُمْ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. O people, worship your Lord, the one who created you and created the ones before you so that you might achieve righteousness. The one who made on earth, made it possible for you to live, and made the sky as your ceiling, and brought down to you rain and so on. And from it, all kinds of grains and fruits came. This verse here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning two types of His ones. اعبدوا ربكم. اعبدوا اللي. Ilah, which we say La ilaha illallah. Ilah means ma'bud, the one who is worthy of being worshipped. اعبدوا ربكم. اللي هو ربكم. Uluhiyya, rububiyya. Okay? So those innovators, especially the grave worshippers nowadays, say there is no such division. There is no uluhiyya and rububiyya. It's only one thing. You see? Why do they say this? Because they are worshipping the engraved. Okay? And at the same time they say our Lord is Allah. La ilaha illallah. So they don't want to be reminded that they don't understand the meaning of La ilaha illallah. You see? So they want to cut the argument from the beginning. They tell you, we don't want to hear this. Rububiyyah, uluhiyyah. Who said this? There is no such. Okay. While it is very clear. This is, by the way, the first order of the Quran. Ya ayyuhan nasu ubudu rabbakum. This is now the first order. We didn't come across any order before this. This is the first order. And what is it? It is the order to worship Allah. This is the first order. You see, this is what we should start with. You cannot start with prayers in Islam. You say, Wallah, mashallah, I like prayers. So I want to become Muslim and start Islam by just prayers. Okay. Or I like fasting, mashallah, fasting. Beautiful. It's a nice way of dieting and this and this and this. I really feel good and I want to become a Muslim and fast. No, first, oneness of Allah, Tawheed, in worship. First is this. This is the gate to Islam. If you enter Islam from any other gate, it will not be accepted. Until you enter it from this gate. La ilaha illallah. Worshipping God, worshipping Allah alone, you see. And not associating any partner with Him in worship. And this verse shows rububiyyah and uluhiyyah clearly. Huh? Worship your Lord. Worship means uluhiyyah. Your Lord. Because the Arabs admitted that Allah is the Lord, the Creator, the Master, the Provider, the one who is above the throne. Even the throne, they recognized it. Okay? While innovators nowadays, if you tell them Allah is above the throne, they will say you are a kafir. Innovators. If they hear you say Allah is above the throne, they will say you are a kafir. Innovators, if they hear you Allah has a mercy and face and hands, they say you are a kafir. You see. You are only saying what Allah said about Himself, and they say you are a kafir. Allah said in 7 places in Quran, He rose upon the throne. What should we do with those verses? Allah says He is above everything, above the heavens. What should we do about those verses? Allah says Jibreel alayhi salam comes down with revelation. Down means what? From up, right? We make dua by raising our hands. You see? Even the Christians and Jews, they raise their hands. Why? Because we are asking the one who is there in the heavens. Okay? And yet they say, no, you are a kafir. So you tell them, what should we say? They say, you say Allah is everywhere. Or you say Allah is nowhere. To say Allah is in nowhere, which means actually Allah does not exist, because that's the meaning of Allah is in nowhere. Okay? To say that to them is better than saying Allah is above the throne. You see? So this is the point, that the nations were admitting that Allah is the Lord, the Creator, the Master. He is above the throne. They admitted to all that. But they were associating partners with Allah in worship. Worshipping Him and worshipping others besides Him. Invoking Him and invoking others. Supplicating to Him, supplicating to others. Sacrificing animal to please Him, sacrificing to please others. And so on. And by this, you will achieve piety. No piety without Tawheed, you see. Righteousness and piety without Tawheed, no. The gate to piety is Tawheed. Of course, Tawheed is not only a faith, or it's not only something in the heart. Tawheed is to admit to the pure worship of Allah and to act upon this and worship Allah. Do all the worships, you see. خلاص هذا وصلى الله على نبينا محمد. If there are any questions.
What is piety?
Taqwa, righteousness.
By B or P?
P.
P-I-E-T-Y. P-I-E-T-Y. Come to my class on P and B.
Dictionary.
It's difficult for the Arab.
Yes, brother.
Sheikh, why the people they are spending their time following something and believing something it is wrong? And even if they are Muslims, like when we have groups like Qadianiyya, Ahmadiyya, Shi'iyya, whatever, they don't have brain to think or to ask themselves what they are doing. When you find some people going to a good person in a grave, he is dead, and they are asking, but Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he said to the boy, when you want to ask Allah, and you need help, goes to Allah. So why they don't see those things?
Well, this is a good question. Some of them are immersed in ignorance. They are blind. As Allah described them, He said, "Hum kal an'ami bal adall." They are like the animals and even worse. Okay? And some can see the truth, but Shaitan deceives them and tells them, if you go by the truth, you will not live right. You will not be prosperous in living. You will live a tough life. You will lose a lot of things. You see? So, those, for example, Shias, like Christians, they believe that if they admit to something in their belief, that's it, that's enough. They don't have to act. They'll be saved. Okay? And they will not go to hellfire, even if they were doing all the sins. Okay? This is with not only Shias and Christians and many others. Okay? Not all Shias, not to be just unjust. Okay? Some of them give consideration to action and this, but at least there are people amongst them who believe this. Okay? So the point is, it's either blindness and total ignorance, and this is possible, or they know the truth, but they find it for the sake, for their advantage in this life, not to live according to the truth. Okay?
Sheikh, there is a verse in the Holy Quran said, قل هل ننبئكم بالأخسرين أعمالا الذين ضل سعيهم في الحياة الدنيا وهم يحسبون أنهم يحسنون صنعا. So those people, they are thinking they are doing good in their life. So what will happen on the judgment day? Are they going to be surprised from what they were doing and they'll be like, oh no, we are doing good, something like that?
No, if they were doing good, if they think they are doing good, at the same time they hear about the truth, that this is the truth, which they did not follow and they did not accept. So they have no excuse. They will not be surprised totally because they heard of the truth, you see. They didn't pay that much attention to it because their hearts were in direction of their own advantages and lives, and they blinded them from seeking the truth, okay? They didn't give that much attention to it, okay? But they will not be totally surprised. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not punish a single nation that did not receive the truth.
I asked the Sheikh the same question he asked before.
Yeah.
And he referred to the hadith Rasul saying that the people you find doing all kind of innovations and belonging to bias groups of the Sunnah, they do this thing because one thing, they didn't do it because they want to make you people think they are strong or they are smarter. They do this because they have entered, like he said, a group of people who are doing wrong, and amongst themselves, they fear mockery. They are afraid what the people they are doing this thing will say if they leave.
Yeah. That's true.
They fear mockery. They are afraid, oh, he will talk about me, I left from doing this and go to doing that.
That's true.
They became so lost that they only fear the mockery. They don't fear Allah, they don't fear, you know.
Reputation. Yani this is what Abu Talib did, brother. Abu Talib, the uncle of the Prophet ﷺ, knew that the Prophet ﷺ was a messenger from Allah since childhood. You see, he was on a trip with the Prophet ﷺ when the Prophet was a child, and they passed by a priest called Bahira.
Yeah.
Bahira, he was a monk or something like that. Bahira, when he saw the Prophet ﷺ, he was looking at the sky, seeing clouds shading him wherever he goes. And when the Prophet reached, he immediately looked in his shoulders. He uncovered his shoulder and saw the seal of prophethood on him. So he told him, hide him, otherwise he will be killed. Okay, he is the Prophet. So